Today definitely took it out of me. It's been a long day. A lot of things that I got done today made my home that much more comfortable. Now I'm laying down, winding down, and as I face the reality. But I hope everybody is doing well, and I thank y'all for being here. We are gonna be getting ready to be reading the next chapter of. Hi. I just want to make sure you can breathe. Whew. Excuse me. The next chapter of The Dragons. One moment. Okay, good. I heard, the whoop whoop of a cop car. For a second there, I was worried that they were going to come in here and harass us. But nope, so far we're good. I believe we're good. No whoop whoop in here. But I hope everybody's doing well. And I do thank you. I thank those of you that have joined me and are joining me. Though I want to double check and make sure that I can actually see everybody's messages. Just because YouTube is weird like that. Woof. And it took. I drank an energy drink too, just to make sure that I could stay awake to do tonight's reading. So I appreciate all of y'all that are here hanging out and joining us for tonight's reading. Our aggressive camping journey. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you so very, very, very much. Alright, but yeah. So this is what we're going to be reading tonight. The Dragons. I'm just, let's see, how much time do we got? Actually, we should be starting up pretty soon, because it is 10, and I did say we would start at 10. Oh god. I know. I need that to stay where it is. Don't want that one to drop. I might need to get a different one for the one that's hanging over here. It might actually be better options. We'll see. We'll see. And of course, if you are here, I would appreciate y'all for if you could just be willing to like and share the stream. That helps me greatly. and though we cannot have any background music, at the very least we have some background ambiance with the rain. Sorry about that. Sorry. All right, we are trying to get where we are getting comfortable so that we can read the 4th chapter. Once again, I get paranoid, and I just want to make sure that, ain't nobody gonna be coming here to bother us while we do this reading. That's the last thing we would want. Someone to bother us. That, and, I'm hoping that where I'm parked right now will be for a good while somewhere that I can stay while I try to figure out a way to get back on my feet. But I appreciate those of you that are here and joining me. You know, we are going to be doing a reading. I'm just getting everything, well, I'm getting myself ready. So far, no. Actually, thankfully, so far, no one has bothered me while I have been living in my car. But it does help out now that I am part of the security team that patrols the parking lot of the of where my car is. So that kind of helps make sure people don't bother me anymore, in a way. Not only am I a resident, in a way, I'm also a resident, whatchamacallit, security eye. And hello. Welcome, those of you that are here. We are going to be doing a reading of this. I'm just getting myself in the right mind space, getting comfy before we get started. It does help. It does help. As long as our security contract doesn't gain any jurisdiction in the area that we are currently parked, we're good. The scariest encounter would have to have happened when during the COVID, what is it? During the epidemic period where everybody had to, I forgot what the word was. Where we were all, where we had to, yeah, either way, during that period, during the period where COVID was kind of rampant and more lockdown, yeah, during the lockdown period, the pandemic lockdown period, thank you. Either way, during that particular period, my scariest incident or encounter happened then when it first started off with me getting death threats on my car after work while I was working at Panda Express. From death threats, it ended up being there was a group that actually followed me home and I had to defend myself. Did I want to? No. Did I enjoy any of it? No. Did I survive it? Yes. Do I want that to ever happen again? No. But that was when, that was during the period of the pandemic. So I haven't had to deal with anything like that since then. And what's up, Bryson? Oh, they were just asking me what my scariest encounter was. And the scariest encounter I've ever had was during that particular time, during the pandemic period. And during that particular time, like I said, that's when I actually received actual death threats on my car. And then I had a group follow me home, and I ended up having to defend myself. Did I enjoy it? No, like I said, I had to, for me to get out of that situation, essentially, I had to go back to being someone that I definitely don't like being. And that was not fun for me at all. But at least I survived. So that's the thing. And at least I didn't have to severely hurt anybody to get out of that. So that was good too. Oh God. Alright, let's yeah, we're just getting comfortable. We're about to get started on our reading. Yeah, Buffy Alert, it was definitely not fun. So, Brian, I don't have work today. My schedule actually is Monday and Tuesdays off, and after Mondays and Tuesdays, we're gonna be we have full-time work. So Mondays and Tuesdays are my days off. And then, Wednesdays through Sundays are when I'm scheduled for security. Which, like I said, I'm so thankful that I had that fucking job. And no, not in a fancy tent. I'm in my car because I live in my car. But I appreciate you being here. I appreciate all of you for joining me. We are going to be doing a reading. Like I said, I'm not just saying that. I'm just getting myself in the right mindset to get started. And what is up, Amato? Appreciate all of you for being here today. And of course, I would be remiss if I did not ask this. I would be very much so grateful if you would be willing to like the live and share it around to your friends to let everybody know that I am live, because I am attempting to try to get my YouTube monetized and all those things. I appreciate that, Brian. I'm doing my best to keep my head going forward. And what's up, Pro Hungry? Yep, we got me, and can't really see her that well. Oh, balls. I'm just going to put these over here. Can't really see her that well, but here is Mocha with me. She is actually a lot happier in her space because not only did I set up space for her to be more comfortable now, you know, like there is a lot more, there's a lot more cushion here, but I also gave her like a puppy pad here so that when she drinks water and everything, it doesn't just get fucking soaked everywhere. Not necessarily get to go to work with me, but she will be in the parking lot, so periodically while I'm doing my patrol, I can just stop in and take a look at her, make sure that she's doing okay, make sure she's got water and everything. And then on my breaks, when I take my 15-minute breaks, I'll take her out and, you know, let her go potty. And then on my 30-minute breaks, I'll hang out with her and walk her and do whatever I need to do. So thankfully, she's never like out of sight. And how about you? Me, I'm holding up. I am definitely holding up. You know, I'm still having those mornings where in the morning I wake up and I'm still kind of digesting my reality of the fact that I do live in my car and I still don't know how I'm going to get a roof over my head. But we're making it happen. We found a job. We have a job. We have a full-time job. We're doing DoorDash on the side whenever we can. I have some DoorDash set up for tomorrow, so we can make some money there as well. And we're doing everything that we can do. And of course, I'm trying to mention this more often because my community has suggested that I do so. Okay, but either way, if anybody is willing to help out, I also do have a GoFundMe. There's also a Cash App and the like. All those links are in my link tree. Nothing I expect of anybody, but if you're willing to even share that around, I do appreciate your consideration. Now then, either way, I've been babbling way too long, and we've been live for 15 minutes. Let's get started on reading Chapter 4 of The Dragons, a Dragonlance Saga, Volume 6 of The Lost Histories. Thankfully, I'm able to stay a lot warmer now, because we have we got a few things today from ordering, and thanks to my ex, who is also my friend, who still cares about me and is at the very least helping me out as much as she can. You know, I was able to get bedding in here now. Now it's a lot warmer. I've got I have two comforters now. I'm probably going to buy another comforter to make sure that I can set it on the bottom and make it a lot more comfortable again and have a little bit more insulation. I have more organization set up for my clothes and my work clothes. I have a gym membership now, so I can go to the bathroom and take a shower whenever I need to. And it is, you know, she might not, we might not be together anymore. I might have made a lot of mistakes because of that. But she's still willing to help me out whenever she can. So there's that. And I'm grateful for that. Itchy, 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 scratchy, scratchy, scratchy. Now then. Let us continue. Let us start our reading, shall we? And so you're seeing the bright side. That's the right path to getting out of such a situation. I'm trying to keep my mind on the bright side of things, you know? And the thing that truly does help with that is y'all. Is the fact that I have a community that actually is fucking awesome. So I appreciate y'all. How was your day? I know that I was on your Twitch earlier. My day's been pretty good. You know, like I said, we got a lot done. We got the camper a lot more set up. Here, one second. I can actually do a little better um, tour of everything with this because this also has this mode, bright mode. So we actually have this area now more secure, so I don't have to worry about anything going around. There's actually a puppy pad underneath here now, so everything can be a lot more absorbent, you know. We have our food over here, actually, well, like closed off, and you know, we got a lot of different things, thankfully, and we also have now bedding, which is nice. And yes, I am on Twitch. Actually, it's not at Asian Faja Gamer anymore, Bryson. It is actually at Faja AFG, because that is what I've rebranded to Faja AFG. I was doing that rebranding because before I knew I was going to be homeless, I was doing that whole rebrand. So it is now officially Faja AFG. Everywhere it's Faja AFG. Do you want more water? Is that what this is? Do you need water? Right. One second. She needs a little bit of water. Oh yeah, and of course we got more water to make sure that we don't run out of water in our little water reservoir that we have here. Because that's right, bitches. We got a water reservoir. Go on. Get your water. I'm sorry, I don't know why I said bitches. I was just fucking around. I didn't even realize. Oh, it's all right, Bryson. It was something that I was slow rolling because I was going to make the official announcement on, oh, Jesus. Nope. We do still need that part, man. And that's why we need that part. To make sure this stays level. Yeah. There we go. That'll help out. There you go. It's okay. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you. Sorry. Anyways, let's see. Is there a TLDR somewhere I can read about your homelessness lore? Well, there is my aggressive camping journal, which I've been posting as pretty much the majority of my shorts here on YouTube now. So you can check that out. On my GoFundMe, it does tell pretty much everything that's been going on. Got me through some tough times. I'm here trying and help you, even if it's a small as fuck. Bryson, the thing is, to me, it's not small as fuck. You being here helps me a lot, and I do still talk to Chef and Oda. You know, we're still in contact. They're worried about me. They're trying to do everything they can to support me when they can, but obviously they also have limited funds and all that. But I appreciate the fact that they give a shit, and I appreciate the fact that y'all give a shit. So thank you. I'm gonna give her some food, and then we're gonna get ready on reading. I know I've been talking about that a lot, but Yamori, yeah, Yamori's been around here and there more often than not. He's been busy doing his own thing, which, you know. There you go, baby. A little bit of dinner for you. Yeah. No, if you're not hungry, it's okay. Can't even remember bro's name. It's all good. Might need to get like 2 of those, but either way, I think I figured out the majority of that one's problem. All right, my friends. Well, let's get into this, shall we? I've been, what's the word? I've been, one moment. Yeah, sorry, I'm back. I know, right? Either way, I appreciate everybody for being here, and let's get started on, actually, we're on chapter 3, not chapter 4. Chapter 3 is what we read last night. Now, for those of you that are wondering what we are reading what is known as the Dragons, Dragonlance Saga, The Lost Histories, Volume 4, or Volume 6. Now, this particular book is based off of a offshoot or derivative world that originated from D&D. In fact, Dragonlance as a whole in its world originated from some of the first members of TSR, which is, what is it? TSR is Tactics something and some, I forgot, but they are the company that originated D&D. And Margaret Weissman and, shoot, where are their names? Either way, Margaret Weissman and Tracy Hickman were the 2 that pretty much started this. And this book actually is one of my favorites. So if you are interested in following along with our reading, you can actually check out the lives that are labeled Aggressive Camping Storytelling. Now, as for where we are now, we are at chapter 4. Now, I actually have water so that I can stay hydrated. Thank you, Amando. You sleep well. I appreciate it. Now then, chapter 4, Abyssal Flames. Circa 500 PC, or 5000 PC. The crude rabble of Crematia's quarry huddled in a small alcove in the floor of the abyss. These creatures, however, were not like the furry rodents that had sustained her upon her emergence from the egg. Now the mighty red dragon held sway throughout the realm of her queen, taking any of the inhabitants she desired for pleasure of her feasting. What are you doing? Mocha? Do you need to go potty? Is that what this is? Okay. Apologies, everybody. I know we were just getting started, but Mocha needs to go potty, so we'll be right back. Okay. I love you, and yes, we are going to go potty. You look so excited to go potty, apparently. Stop. Hey, over here. Hey, what's up, Kenny? We are going to be doing a reading, but first, apparently, Mocha really badly needs to go to the bathroom. So I'm going to take her potty, and then we'll be back, and we'll get started on the reading. Oh, God. but I am gonna bring y'all with me. One more. Put you in my pocket for a second. Might be a little bit fuzzy. Alright. You gonna be a good girl? Are you gonna be a good girl? Okay. Hey, stop. 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 You gotta chill. Relax. Relax. Relax, you fucking goober. I love you. I gotta bundle up, okay? It's cold and it's raining pretty freaking hard, okay? Give me a break here. She's staring at me like, we gotta go, we gotta go, we gotta go. Yes, I love you too. But you being all over me is really not helping me zip up the jacket. There we go. Okay. Alright. Okay. Up. Second. I'm gonna grab keys. Make sure we have keys. Come on. Come on.
Every moment counts if your after is committed.
No. Good girl. Good girl not responding. Good girl not responding. Okay. Alright. We're still here. She just really apparently badly needed to go to the bathroom. We are going to continue our reading. Go on, go potty. But I hope everybody's doing well. Thank you so much for being here. Hey, go potty. Come on, I'm getting fucking soaked here. Go potty. Nope. Nope. Come on. Nope. Come on. Nope. No. We don't do that. We don't do that. Hey, we don't do that. Yeah, I know. Well, if you would behave, we wouldn't have that problem. Now go potty. Come on. Hey. Don't pay attention to them. Don't pay attention to them. Hey, don't pay attention to them. Hey, you're the one who's making me walk in the rain. Come on. Come on. Go potty. Go potty. Go potty. Don't worry about those dogs. You just go potty. We're still here. Come on, go potty. Mocha, go potty. Please? Mocha. Go potty. Come on. I know you need to. You did not just bring me out here so you could go pee. Alright, fine. You suck. You know that? You suck. I love you, but you suck sometimes. Yeah. See, now I need to get another towel for you whenever this happens and it's wet, rainy, and cold. Hey, quit looking for those dogs. Quit looking for them. You need to walk past them without even thinking about them. All right, come on, jump. Yeah. God. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh God, it's cold, rainy, now I'm wet. Luckily, I have a towel. Okay. All right. Yes, yes, yes. I'm gonna dry you off too. Yeah. At least you have waterproof. You have fur that beads water. I don't. You freaking goon bag. I love you. All right. Don't do that. We're in a car. Go down. You freaking goober. You're a goober. All right, everybody. All right. Give me one moment. The stream is gonna pause for just a second. I just need to check something, all right? All right. Sorry about that. We are back, my friends. Back, my friends. Appreciate everybody for your patience. The rain is definitely coming down. Yeah. Got everything damp. How do you feel about that? You happy? You happy about that? I'm sure you are. Ow. That hurt. Anyways. Speak away. Alright. Keys down. That. There. This. Over there. Appreciate those of you that are here, liking the stream and everything. Give me 1 second, because I realize I probably can't see the chat. Alright, now I can see the chat. Alright. Alright, cool. Got that, we got that. Got this. Alrighty then. Hoo-ah. Alright. A moment. I'm gonna create some extra light so I can actually read this. Now. It's kind of only it's raining. Here we are. Now, let's begin. Chapter 4, Abyssal Flames. Circa 5000 PC. The crude rabble of Crematia's quarry huddled in a small alcove in the floor of the abyss. These creatures, however, were not like the furry rodents that had sustained her upon her emergence from the egg. Now the mighty red dragon held a sway throughout the realm of her queen, taking any of the inhabitants she desired for pleasure of her feasting. Oi, what are you chewing on? I'm chewing on that. I'm chewing on the bone. Okay, that's fine. Ouch. It's fine for you to chew on the bone. But chew on the bone over here. Chew it over there. Okay, where were we? Tail lashing in leisurely arrogance, Crematia eyed the wretched creatures with cruel detachment. This was a This was a family of them, wide-eyed creatures who walked upright and wore skins of animals over their own hairless hide. Now a male strutted and growled, brandishing his pathetic club, while the female huddled against the wall. Three or four knit like children clinging to her skirts, her hand, and her hair. "Please, O mighty one," wailed the mother, "show us mercy." Crematia's crimson maw curled into a sneer. "Mercy is weakness," she declared, then made a slow intake of breath. "And weakness is death." Finally, the red dragon's jaw opened, and the expulsion of fire blossomed into an oily, searing bundle of flames around the helpless victims. The roaring of the blaze drowned the pathetic wails of the dying creatures, a fact that invariably held true, except when Crematia incinerated a very large number of victims at once. In these cases, she had been amused to discover that the dying could raise a wail loud enough to carry above the infernal din. But such opportunities of mass execution were very rare indeed. Crematia had become the scourge of the Dark Queen's hellish realm, but so effective was her killing that there were only occasional targets left upon which she could vent her wrath. And you have a good night, my friend. I appreciate the fact that you showed up. Quit licking yourself. Where was I? Let's see. She had learned her lessons well, and remembering the Queen's commands as if they had been seared into her mind with fiery force of dragon's breath. Find your strongest enemy and kill him, Takashis has ordered. Then find your new strongest enemy, for there will be one, and kill him. To that end, Crematia had slain all the other red dragons that had emerged from the nest of her birth. With cunning and cruelty, she had tracked them down, males and females alike, and killed by fang or talon or fire, Occasionally she prolonged the suffering of her victim for her own entertainment, but she never did so out of mercy. The other chromatic dragons, the black, white, blues, and greens, had been taken elsewhere by the queen, or else Crematia would certainly have killed them as well. Now she was left with pathetic beings like these warm-blooded creatures clad in fur. They die at her whim, but were scarcely remembered as a term enemy. Crematia, my scarlet darling. Yes, my queen. The red dragon bowed low when she heard the voice of her mistress. Gotta go shopping, nice stream. I hope things get better, get way better very soon for you. Well, thank you, Pro Hungry. I do appreciate that. Where were we? The obedience was ingrained. She had seen too many nestmates perish because they had been slow to respond to the Dark Queen's abiding need for fealty and worshipful fawning. The great five-headed image of Takashish reared from the chasm in the base of the abyss. Naturally, it was the crimson head that was fixed upon... Naturally, it was the crimson head that fixed its twin eyes upon Crematia, that spread the mighty jaws to speak in a low, rumbling voice. It is time for your journey to commence. The words were exciting, bringing twin wisps of sooty flame snorting from the crimson nostrils. For eons, Crematia had known that her nestmates had some destiny, some great task for her. And it was thrilling to hope the time had finally come for her commencement. The words were exciting. My journey of vengeance, honored matriarch. Crematia's heart flared into a blaze of anticipation. For too long had she been sharpening her cruelty and her skills against such pathetic targets as these primitives. Indeed. Know that the others of your nest will journey through the plains behind you, but you are the one I have chosen to lead my children. You shall pave the way, and the others I will send when you are ready. I am prepared to go now, mistress, the red dragon pledged with a low, winged bow. You must be courageous, my daughter, but not foolhardy. You shall know killing and wreak terrible destruction in my name. Seek the worms of Paladin. Learn their habits and their lairs, but do not risk yourself. Leave the dangers to your sisters and brothers, my lesser worms. I obey, my queen. Then it is time for you to depart. Fire surged as the cream. I am trying to get better at this. Fire surged as the queen's crimson jaw gaped, billowing a cloud of infernal flame that swelled and crackled in the air. For several heartbeats, the flame raged, and when they faded, only a smudge of oily smoke lingered, like a tangible sphere floating in the air. The smoke gathered in a swirling vortex, a tiny funnel that twisted with a gusty roar of the red stone in the ground. With a tight focused spiral, the whirlwind spun like a grinding drill against the rock until it dissipated with an audible pop of a sound. I think this is going to need some new batteries soon. In the space where it had been, a bright red ruby gleamed, multifaceted, flared, and sparkled, reflecting the myriad fires rising from the horizons of the Queen's realm. Eat this talonstone, and my blessing shall infuse you. Crematia's head darted forward, and the huge ruby disappeared, rippling its way down the snaky length of her scaly throat. With this gem of potent enchantment, you shall carry magic to Kryn. You will bear a great power than that of any good dragon, for sorcery has been lost to them for many ages. You, the first of my children, shall be a creature mightier than any in the world. And with that power you shall commence to claim all of Kryn for me. Aye, mistress, pledged Crematia, her belly seething and flaming at the prospect of destruction and killing. Follow the passage, make way to a world of lesser mortals, and let them know your wrath and your will. Commanded the Dark Queen, her crimson head rearing like a mountain above, 5 pairs of jaws spread wide. Acid and lightning, gas and frost and flame all erupted skyward in quintuple fanfare. Mercy is weakness, and weakness is death, Crematia repeated reverently. Her crimson wings... One moment. Making sure that wasn't the corpse. Her crimson wings spread wide, and the red dragon took to the air before her. The gate flamed into existence, a great circle of fire poised in space, burning with raging fury. Through the gap she saw a smoldering but sun-brightened sky, and a landscape scarred by deep gorges and heavy fiery mountains. Tucking her wings, narrowing into the streamlined dive, the red dragon swept through the gate, departing forever the abyss that was her mistress's realm. She emerged from the shower of flames and immediately pulled upward, straining for height. The gate had passed her into the bottom of a deep shaft of rock, but the space was so broad that she was able to swing through lazy spirals. Hey, what's up, Hades? Gradually climbing up and out, riding the upsurge of scalding gases past sheer walls of flame-scorched stone. The crimson serpent rose steadily higher. Finally, Crematia emerged from the top of the great smoldering mountain, the greatest summit in a vast, tangled range of such peaks. She knew intuitively that this was the Dark Lady Mountain, a mastiff that had risen from the A mastiff that has risen from the tortured land in honor of her queen's awful might. Haven't been able to find your streams? Oh, well, last night I did not go live, Hades. I do apologize. I did go live on Twitch this morning, but I did not go live on YouTube until tonight. Tonight was the first time I went live since I went to work yesterday, and that really took a lot out of me. All right, one moment. Let's continue. Where were we? Slopes of dark debris streaked with rusty red and trails of spumes of tar mark the wait. Sorry. Slopes of dark debris, streaks of rusty red, and trails of spume of tar mark the conical summit in slashes of color likened to a crown encircling a lofty brow. Smoke and ash filled the sky, whipped by the wind, trailing like horsetails from many of the lofty summits. Wings spread wide, Crematius soared, looking into a volcano that seethed and pulsed with rage of internal fire. Oh, one moment. I'm gonna pause the stream for just a second. I just gotta check out an email real quickly. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. Where were we? Nope. That is not helpful. Might be more helpful over there doing it that way. Actually, you know what? That actually works a little bit better for some reason. Or not. Let's do it that way. Just so that I can actually read. I'm gonna have to get like a reading light. That might be pretty damn helpful in the future. Where was I? Let's see. There we were. Apologies. Wings spread wide, Crematius soared, looking into a volcano that seethed and pulsed with raging internal fire. Then flying above another with a caldera that laid still and snowbound below. Rivers of lava scoured some of the volcanoes, while others were shrouded with great, apparent, eternal blankets of ice, frost, and snow. The sun was a fire in the heavens, but the warmth of that great orb was muted by the clouds of smoke rolling through the skies. Everywhere mountains spewed and exploded. Great billowing explosions of ash and toxic vapors layered the sky. The stench of the air was thick and acrid and comforting, familiar to the abyss-bred serpent. She soared with a sense of serene exhilaration over the soot-stained glaciers and peered with aloof convalescence into deep, eternally shaded gorges. After flying for a long time, the red dragon swept between the steep shoulders of two massive mountains and found herself over a rocky region of foothills. The ground was rough and rocky, but lacked the height and the flaming intensity of the volcano reach she had just traversed. It was in a valley between a pair of rolling crests that she saw the first signs of life. Walking figures that shuffled outward from the deep, well-protected cave mouth. Immediately she cloaked herself with the spell of invisibility, soaring low for a closer look, knowing she was safe from observation. See if there's a chance you should read. I might be... Make you poo and they make you cry. Huh. I'll have to take a look at that. I might be a fake cultivator. Alright, where were we? Sorry. Several upright figures tromped along the ground, each hulking body borne by a pair of gnarled legs. Some of the brutes clutched large limbs of wood, apparently weapons. The red dragon deduced as she watched the creature suddenly close in on a mountain sheep, bashing the animal between them until it was slain. Intrigued, Crematia continued her exploration, discovering many of these creatures inhabiting the foothills around the high Kalkist. She observed that they dwelled in clans and took shelter in high, shallow caves. They had scored a series of crude tracks linking many of the tribes over these tortuous mountain pathways. Her observations suggested the clans were led by the biggest of the brutes, who seemed to be rough, crude folk, readily prone to violence. In one place, she discovered a deep valley sheltered between the sheer walls, below two lofty summits. Along the floor of the gorge, there were no fewer than a half-dozen great caves, and a large number of the two-legged brutes seemed to be dwelling there. Still invisible, the red dragon flew back and forth, finally discovering one gathering that intrigued her. Several of the largest of the bull warriors gathered here, and from these bristling headdresses of bright feathers, while ornate of gold dangled... Several of the largest of the bull warriors gathered here, and from these bristling headdresses of bright feather, while ornaments of gold dangled over their broad chests. Whispering a word of magic, she canceled her spell of invisibility, appearing suddenly when she was just overhead. Let's see, make you poo and make anyone poo themselves. If you are below a certain power level, you can poo yourself into a forever sleep. Oh, jeez. It is raining really hard right now. Okay, so making you cry or make you poo. It can make you go into a forever sleep. Interesting, Hades. Very interesting. Let's see, where was I? Oh, dang. Okay. The dragon settled to the ground before the adorned beings, the downward blast of her wings driving dust and debris into their faces. Crematia saw the gnarled legs, hulking bodies, and strapping arms of these humanoids. She studied the sloped brow and wide-tusked mouths, and the massive hands clutching knobbed clubs or boulders. The creatures cowered back from her, but did not run away, except for the one female who clutched a squalling infant, darted from the pack. The red dragon lowered her head, jaws gaping, and spat a blast of searing flames around the lumbering, terrified creature. The victim's screams rose to a piercing ring as the female, now a living torch, tumbled and thrashed across the ground. In a heartbeat, her life and that of her babe were snuffed away, leaving as a remnant two intermingled blackened shapes. Satisfied that the smoldering corpses were ample demonstrations of her might, Crematia regally swung back to regard the abject creatures cowering before her. "How are you called?" she asked the largest of that band, who scarcely dared to raise a fearful eye from the ground when he heard her question. "We are ogres, O mighty one, and we are your miserable servants." "Do you expect my mercy?" demanded the red dragon. "No, O mighty one. Mercy is weakness, and weakness is death," she concluded with a grim nod. "Your answer pleases me. You will make me welcome and show me honor. And you, my hulking one, you shall be my general and my slave. What is your name?" "I am the battle chieftain known as Iron Fist, and my enemies quail at the sound of my approach." "That is good. Now, Iron Fist, send messengers. You must prepare your fellow tribes for the arrival of my kin. Your clan will gather to my call. Know that I shall lead you to the mastery of this world." I'm still confused on why the dragons are so open to things like a trust of a random being. Well, that depends. Actually, no, that's not what happened here. So, Crematia is not open to trusting these beings. Crematia is conquering them. She's showing them strength. She does not care whether or not she trusts them. She only cares to use them for her own means, because Crematia, like the chromatic dragons, are creatures of war, and they do not care for loyalty. They do not care for compassion or mercy. They only care for destruction and for death. And the ogres themselves were actually born from, for lack of a better word, chaos itself. Now, I do apologize because I made a lot of mistakes in that particular reading, and that's mostly because, mostly because I'm tired and I'm just trying to kind of figure out my rhythm here, but I will do better. And I will say that once we are back on TikTok, we're going to start again from the very beginning, and I'm going to try to do better there. But I apologize, everybody. I am very tired, so I think I'm going to go to bed. I appreciate those of you that are here, that have showed up and that have hung out, and for everybody that's liked the stream and everything. Thank you so very much. And I will see you all next time, my friends. Hopefully, actually, no, not hopefully. Tomorrow we will be able to be live on TikTok, so that'll be interesting. Either way, we'll see you then, my friends. Bye. Okay.